My name is Don Pitts. I'm president and co-founder of the Witkop Foundation. The Witkop Foundation's vision is to recognize that military, veteran, and first responder families have given many personal and selfless sacrifices to answer their country's call to duty. Our programs are designed to take them on opportunities that they otherwise wouldn't have as a way of saying thank you for your service. And today it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you Ginger, Gilbert, Ravella. Ginger, welcome to the Witkop Lodge.
Thank you. It's great to be here, Don.
And it's great to have you here in South Africa. Tell me about your impressions of Africa.
Oh, it's just a beautiful country, and it seems like a dream to be here, really. You wake up in the morning and see a giraffe having breakfast next to you having breakfast, and there's nothing like it, yeah.
Ginger, our mission here is to honor the sacrifices of the men and women who have given so much to our country, our great country. And it is just an honor for us to have you here as we dedicate this Operation Patriot Safari event to U.S. Air Force Major Troy Gilbert.
Thanks.
And I want you to feel free to express with us some of your memories of growing up with him and what he meant to you and what he did for our country.
Yes, Troy, I met him in college in Texas, and he was the most handsome thing I'd ever seen in my life, and he was the son of an Air Force enlisted family, and so he lived all over the world, and I'd grown up in a small town, and so he seemed very cosmopolitan to me, but I knew right away he was special and kind and giving, and even though he was very young, he was 17 and I was 19, I knew that we'd spend the rest of our life together, and I'd have followed him to the ends of the earth if I'd had that opportunity.
And what a wonderful family you have as a result of that.
Yes.
We have them here with us. Tell us about the life-changing event that you have experienced and what has brought you to the point where you are now in terms of giving you strength to deal with all of the issues that have come along with that.
Troy got to serve for 11 years of the 13 years that we were married. And he loved flying the F-16. It was his passion. His mom talks about when they were growing up, and he was growing up on a base in Del Rio, Texas, and he was on a little league team, and the little league team took a picture, in the bleachers like they always do. He was probably 8 years old, and everybody on the team's looking at the camera and the photographer, but not Troy. He was looking up in the sky because the planes were flying overhead. So he loved it, and he loved serving this country, and it was a busy life, but I really had no idea what lay ahead. I'm thankful I didn't. On that morning that we kissed him goodbye, and he told Boston, "You be the man of the house while your dad's away." And 3 months later, I got a knock at the front door on a Monday morning there in Phoenix, Arizona, where we were stationed. And I remember opening the door and seeing this sea of blue Air Force uniforms, and I knew that uniform well. It hung in our closet. For one split second, I wondered what they could be doing there so early in the morning, and then I remember looking at the commander's wife's face, and I thought, my life has changed, and something horrible must have happened. And so they came in and told me that Troy and his F-16 had gone down earlier that morning in a combat mission west of Baghdad, and I would find out in the hours to follow that Troy had saved a special operations unit, and in fact a cavalry unit that was a couple of miles away that were trying to get into the Delta Force unit. But I would also learn more unthinkable news, which was that Troy's body had been taken by insurgents, Iraqi insurgents, within 10 or 15 minutes after he crashed. And you cannot ever be prepared for losing the love of your life, but to lose someone and then the injustice of not getting to have them back. Our private family pain became front page CNN News, and I was just a soccer mom,
Right.
I was a military wife. I wasn't prepared. It was some long roads ahead of us, but we had a very strong faith in God, and I don't know where I'd be without that today. and the help and support of a lot of family and friends, but really truly of just the American people, carried us and held our hands and walked us through an unthinkable journey, and I'm super grateful, super grateful.
This is one of the things that impressed us about you and your family as well. You know, Major Ed Polito brought your family to us through Grayson as an outdoor enthusiast and hunter. And of course, we focus on outdoor excursions, nature-based events, and how we can use those to help other veterans, active service members, and first responders.
And Troy was a big hunter, and he didn't get the chance, to take his boys hunting like he would have liked to. And so I do feel like, the Lord has provided this opportunity for my boys to go on and do something that Troy would have been a dream of his. It was crazy when we were coming over here and we were packing, first before we got on the plane, and everybody was trying to find the right gear and the right, my daughter, Bella, who's 15, she pulled out a pair of Troy's hiking boots, and they fit her, and she said, "I'd like to wear Dad's boots," so.
They're all wearing a little bit of something, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Fantastic.
A jacket or, something, and so we brought him with us all these miles,
That's wonderful. And what about the girls? They're here on safari as well. What are their impressions of it?
They love it. They're all artistic and they love taking pictures. They're teenage girls, but they have had just a beautiful experience already, just being in nature. And I think it's just so good for our family's busy with Boston and Grayson in college, and Bella's in high school and the twins in middle school, and we're all busy going all the time. For us just to sit in this beautiful country that God created, and with amazing people and generosity of others, that we can have an experience we wouldn't have. It's just been a gift.
Wonderful. We're going to wrap up this, but before we do, I want to give you an opportunity to just offer whatever might be on your mind at this moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, in the years that everyone was searching for Troy's body, and we did get him back in 2016, 10 years after he died. Amazingly, the unit that he saved was the unit that ended up recovering him in Iraq, and I think that's a testimony to what our U.S. military does, is they never leave a brother behind on the field of battle. And as I look around, while we're here, I think that's exactly what's happened with our family too, is that we weren't forgotten, we weren't left behind. Generosity of the Witkop Foundation, American people just haven't forgotten us, and they've said, life will go on. There's a scripture in Psalm that says, I will surely see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And I remember reading that scripture after Troy died and thinking, I wonder if that's really true, Are we ever going to see goodness again? And we have. And so as I look around here, I'm reminded that we've seen the goodness of the Lord in this beautiful land of the living. Yeah.
Well, from the bottom of our heart, we want to thank you for coming and being a part of this with us.
Thank you so much.
And I want to thank all of you who have given so generously and helped make this mission possible so that we can honor these fine men and women who have given so much to our great nation. If you would like to know more about our organization, please visit us at witkopfoundation.org or our social media sites at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.